everyone. So some of you may remember a couple of months ago I posted a video of a Kickstarter campaign I was doing to make some enamel pins of my chibi logo mascot like the one on my top. And today the package has finally arrived and I have been waiting for this moment for months and I'm finally going to see my enamel pin. So let's open this up. Oh, it's so cool! I have my face on a pin! Let me just get it out so you guys can see. Oh, it's got a bag full of enamel pins and they're all mine. Alright, you guys, here we go. This is our little enamel pin. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to take it out of the bag and show you guys. Hang on. There we go. And there we go. That is our chibi logo mascot. Unfortunately, they have put a metal clutch on the back instead of the pink rubber one that I asked for. But the actual pin design, hang on, there's the top. There we go. The actual pin design looks amazing, and it's so amazing. Just hold it in my hands. You know, this is like a passion project I have had for months, and it's finally here. This is so cool. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through and sort them out into absolutely perfect, no flaws at all, nearly perfect, good enough, and ones to sell at a discount. So I'll get those sorted now and I'll let you guys know the number. Okay, so I've just finished sorting out the pins. It took me just over an hour, so it was quite a long sort. And I have got the final results of the numbers. So I used Made by Cooper as my pin producer. And the final results are that we had 27 what would be considered A-grade pins, so they're absolutely perfect and no flaws at all. Then we had 26 B-grade pins, so I counted that basically as perfect to the front, no damage to the enamel, but they could have a slight imperfection on the back, or a very slight, barely noticeable damage to the metal on the front, but basically something that wouldn't be noticeable unless you were really, really looking for it or it was on the back of the pin. Then we had 44 seconds, so basically had noticeable imperfections to the front that didn't completely ruin the pin, but were still noticeable. And I don't know, I've never ordered pins before, so I don't know what an acceptable rate is, but to me that feels quite high. So they were ones basically where there was noticeable damage to the enamel, so that was usually either a bit of dust had got into it, or a bit of another colour, or they'd forgotten to fill in one of the like small spaces in the metal, or there'd been like a scratch to the enamel. And then we had 3 that were completely unsellable due to various reasons that I'll show you in a second. So I just real quick want to show you an example of a B-grade pin. So I'm just going to get that out of its packet. So as you can see, the front of the pin is perfectly fine. There's no issue with that. However, on the back, I don't know if it's going to show up. There we go. You can see there's a slight damage to the metal on the back there. I have tried to scrape it off. I think it's just like, I don't know exactly what it is, but it could be a scratch to the metal or something, but it won't come off. And that's why this is the B grade, because the pin itself on the front looks fine, but it isn't completely perfect. So I'll just quickly compare that to the A grade, where we have the pin at the front is fine, and the pin is fine at the back as well. So this was the first one I picked out, so I'm claiming this one as my own one. Also, just to show you how the clutch comes off, you just pinch it, pull it off, you've got the back of the pin there, and you can pinch it and put it straight back on like so. Then I'm going to show you some examples of the seconds. So we've got one here. Now I have been a little bit picky with the seconds. Basically anything that if you looked for it you could see an issue, I've counted as a second, because I feel like if people are paying for a pin, they deserve to have it like either full perfect or know that they're getting not quite perfect. So let me try and like zoom in on the right place. There we go. So is it going to pick up? Yeah, there we go. Right, in the top left of the pin, or possibly top right if the camera's flipped, I can't see. But basically you'll see there's a little black mark, little black smudge. So that's part of the reason. And then also this one underneath the right eyebrow, you can see there's like a little bit where the enamel's caught, and it's not quite smooth. And so this is why I've counted this one as a second. So I've got another example here. I'm just going to bring it up nice and close, and then you can see there at the top middle of her headscarf is very clear black smudge. And again, there's that kind of imperfection that I wouldn't feel comfortable selling at full price, so this will be a discounted one. And then this final example is an interesting one because it's one where, hang on, let me bring it close enough. Oh, I'm not sure it's picking up. Basically, in the corner between her eyelashes, it's supposed to be skin colour because it's going onto her face, but they've made it pink like the outside headscarf. So basically they filled it in with the wrong enamel colour, and that's why this one is a second. And I'm now going to show you guys some examples of the unsellable ones, because we only had 3. So the first unsellable one is this one, and you can probably see it straight away in her eyes. They've put like all sorts of random colours in the whites of her eyes. So the one showing on, I want to say the left of the camera, but I might flip for you guys. But basically one of them's got purple around the outside where it should be white, and then one of them's got like a weird yellowy colour and a bit of purple. So I feel like because this one is so noticeable, it is unsellable, because even as a second you'd expect it to look like the pin, and this just doesn't. The second unsellable pin is a less severe example of the first one, and it's basically, again, an issue with the whites of the eyes, and this time it's got like this weird yellowy colour in it. And again, I just wouldn't feel comfortable selling it because it is so noticeable where it's part of her eyes. And then the third unsellable pin is this one, where instead of putting the purple in the middle of her eye for the pupil, they've just left it the same colour as the outer part of the eye, and it's just making her look like she's blind in one eye. And again, this one's unsellable because it's just not like the picture. It's not what people are buying, essentially, so I wouldn't feel comfortable selling this even as a second because it doesn't look like the pin should do. So that was the third unsellable one. So to go with the pins, I've ordered some pin backers, and I'm still waiting for those to arrive, so I ordered those through a separate company. I essentially just ordered some business cards designed how I want the pin backer to be, and yeah, I'll attach them when they arrive. I have also emailed Made by Cooper to let them know about the issues with the pins, so I let them know the rate of which I had low quality pins, and I also let them know about the fact that I ordered a pink rubber back, and they've given me a metal clutch at the back instead of the pink rubber one. So I'll let you guys know what they say when they reply, and in the meantime I will wait for the pin backers to arrive. So I reached out to Made by Cooper, and their response was absolutely brilliant. Cannot fault their customer service. They apologised for the pins that weren't perfect, and they're remaking those. They're remaking the 47 ones that I classified as seconds. And again, I'd like to stress those are ones, they're not necessarily like really bad mistakes. They're just mistakes that if you looked at the pin, you would be able to see it, and I didn't feel comfortable selling them full price. And they've also sent out the pink rubber back, so let's open those up. There we go, so we have the pink rubber backs that I asked for the pins. So when I put the pins on their backing cards, I'll simply reseal them with these ones. And now, the backing cards. So I've received the package with the backing cards, so let's get those out. There we go, so they come in a little box, and I've got 2 boxes of these, so 50 each. But let's open it up, here we go. Oh, this is the back. So, this is the front. So it just says, Chibi Muslim Gamer Girl, hard enamel pin, and I'll put the pin there. And then the back has my little mascot logo and where you can find my socials. So let's put the pin onto the backer. And there we go, we have the front and we have the back. I am really, really happy with these. Cannot wait to send them out to my Kickstarter people. I'll also send the metal clutch with it, so they have a choice of whether they want the pink rubber one or the metal one. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy with how these pins worked out. So for my backing cards, I got those from Awesome Merchandise because they have a deal where you can get 100 business cards for £5, and that's double-sided. It's really nice, sort of like good card stock, good quality. So yeah, cannot recommend them enough. And again, with Made by Cooper, I'm really impressed with the swift response from their customer service team. The quality of the pins that were actually like perfect were absolutely amazing. Overall, really happy with it, and yeah, looking forward to listing these on Etsy and sending them out to my Kickstarter backers. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like the video, drop a comment down below to say whether you've ever been interested in making your own pins, and please subscribe to the channel for more fun videos in the future. Bye bye.